Hi everybody, Jo here again. Lovely to spend time with you. I hope your week started well. And if not, do you know what? We're all going to give you a big hug to help. I thought we'd have a little craft session using a smaller piece of card again. I have to say I've had so many lovely comments, and thank you to all those of you that get in touch saying how you're really enjoying these smaller designs. And also, especially with finances being what they are, smaller cards. So today we're going to be creating this lovely little wreath. And again, you can change the colours up, but I thought these colours just went beautifully with our Kraft card. And this is a 5x5 Kraft card and envelope, and these are available on the website. And as always, I've decorated my envelope. And don't worry, I've coloured in here with posca. Now, obviously, posca has got an acrylic paint in it, so it's permanent when dry. So again, that's fine to go through the post. And I just think it's so pretty, but also great for batch card making. And we're going to start off with a piece of multifarious card. When I can get it, it's over here, and it's 3.5 inches square. And again, this is just one of my offcuts. If you're anything like me, you'll save all those bits in a box, and it's what you do with them. And the colour we're going to use is the Lavinia Elements, and it's the Sahara. I love this colour, as you know. And I'm going to use one of the innies from our acetate circle masks. And the brush I've chosen to use is the number 7, only because the larger one I feel will almost, the bristles will take the colour too far, and the smaller one's almost too intense. It's quite funny when you use these brushes, you get used to how they're perfect for sort of different uses. And I just want to add a little bit of colour in the background. And again, I'm dabbing it off on the lid and just gently move my hand so you can see. And just sort of doing circular motions. I'm not going too hard. I'm quite tickling at the minute, just to get that basis look of where I want that colour. I'm just going to give this a wipe before I put it away, so we keep everything nice, clean and tidy and don't lose anything. And I actually want the colour a bit deeper, so I'm going to come in now with my ink and almost fuzzy that edge. I'll do a little bit so that I can show you. Can you see? Now don't worry, we're going to stamp over this, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want to fuzzy that edge and give me, I can still see where I've got that guide for stamping. But you just want this colour behind. And that'll just set the whole tone for the design. We'll pop the lid on there. Now, the stamp I'm going to use is from the Catkin set, and there's 4 stamps on here, and it's this one. There's 2 smaller ones. One's almost got a solid bud, and this one's the open bud. And the colour I'm going to use is Golden Meadow in my Versafine Clair. And what I want to do is just ink up the bud and almost part of the stem. And I'm just going to start and stamp my way round. And obviously I've got the line or the circle that we've just created as a guide. And I'm just roughly making sure that each one, and I'm turning my work as I go. And I'm not counting how many I do, I'm just literally going round until we fill the circle. And I've just got a bit of ink on my block there, so me being me, I'll have to wipe it off, because otherwise it'll end up on my work, won't it? We want to keep this area as clean as we can, really. I think I can get 2 more in there. At this point, you have to look and see. And if you need to, just wipe a little bit of ink off there. So I think we'll put 1 there. And then this one, it's really important. I need to make sure, just with my Inky Binky, that it hasn't got a long stem, so that I can stamp that there, look, and I didn't want the stem going through there. So we'll give that a wipe and put that back. And I've specifically gone for a pale colour for this. Now, to create the lovely sort of wreath shape, I've gone for my snowflake set, and this has got the two gorgeous little snowflakes. I was going to add some florals, to be honest, and you know what? I thought, let's have something a little bit different, and the gorgeous little snowflakes just appeal to me. What I will do as well, actually, before I do that, I'm going to stamp the word, and I've gone for one of the seasonal words, and I've gone for joy, because if you know me, a wreath card really does fill me with joy. And I'm going to stamp this in the Pinecone. I'm going to decide I'm going to have it that way, and I'm going to pop that right in the middle. This will just give me an idea how far it's coming with my snowflakes. And you see, with that being a sort of a lighter area, it instantly highlights it. So we'll just give that a wipe and pop it back. Trying to be really good, especially with these little stamps, you know, because they do have a habit of disappearing, don't they? So with the same colour, and I don't know if I told you what that was, this one's Golden Meadow. I'm just going to come in and randomly stamp my snowflakes. First and second generation, just round to start off with. And I'm not paying too much attention, just to give me a guide to start off with, that sort of shape. And you almost want to keep that circular shape. And then I'm going to come in with the other snowflake and the Pinecone. Now, obviously, with this being a brown, and it's nice to overlap the stamps and just build up. I'm just going to keep turning it just to build up my design. First, second and third generation, and trying to do it a little bit random. Although, as we know, random doesn't come easily to us, does it? Right, if I put it back this way, I definitely need one there. And possibly there, there, and there. And then what I'm going to do is come back in. So, can you see how it's building up? What I do now is have a look, and that just looks uneven to me. There's definitely one missing there. So let's come in with first and second generation there, and a third. And then I'm going to fill in with the lighter colour. I need something there, don't I? So I'm just going to almost work my way around, just on the outside, to look if I've got that lovely shape. And I think that's a gorgeous shape. Now, look in there, I need one there, don't I? If you look, there's just that shape there and up there. So now, and with this being the lighter colour, especially second and third generation, don't worry about stamping over your gorgeous little catkin buds. So I'm happy with that. I'm just going to pop the lids on these, otherwise I'll be putting my hand in them, won't I? So if I bring that up, can you see what a lovely shape that is now? So we're going to add some colour. And I've got my Zig pens for this. My beautiful, love these. And the colours I've chosen, I know you like to know, number 51, lemon yellow. That's going to be my lighter colour. My mid-tone is number 50, yellow. And then for the darker, the brown, I've gone for number 67, which is mustard. And again, we'll do my cheats colouring, which is I'm going to add some mustard, and it's quite a brown colour look. So I'm going to come in with the yellow and pick up a little bit of mustard on my brush, just to blend that out. And about a third of the way with each of the colours, and then in with my lighter colour for the tip and over the two. And again, they'll just blend. And don't worry, as these pens dry, they almost blend better. So I'm just going to work my way around, and don't worry about getting the darker colour on the nib. They are designed to do this. It will go back to its normal colour. Now, if you're having a bit of a bad day or you're feeling a bit off colour, you know, you could stamp a lot of these up ready and then just add the colour one day. You know, have a lovely afternoon colouring in. Been talking to quite a few crafters recently at physical workshops, so it's lovely sort of seeing people face to face and having a good catch up. And the number of ladies and gentlemen that have said they love to just sit and colour, because I'm always conscious when I do these videos that, you know, I don't want you to get bored while I'm colouring, but it's nice to know that so many of you actually love to watch the colouring process. So as I say, this will be a fabulous card to batch card make. And then just spend a lovely afternoon colouring in. And as I say, different colour tones. I think this would look gorgeous in so many of our different colours. Now I'm going to colour 2 at once here. Now Tracy has drawn, we've got gorgeous little dots, so we know where to put the shading on these beautiful catkins. Right, 2 more. And by the time you've got round, the original ones should be quite dry. So you can see how the blending is. And if you need to add any more colour, you can. So again, in with the light. And I tend to go over the whole thing with my lighter colour. Just helps blend them all together. But I do find you do need that darker colour look, just to give it a bit of oomph at the base. Right, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to put those lids on. Put them somewhere safe. Now, I want to add just a little bit of white highlight. So I'm going to come in with my uni ball. I just want to check. Just the odd little dot here or there. Doesn't need a great deal. And then the gorgeous glitter. And today I'm going to use the Eco Glitter, the Star Brights, the Vintage Shimmer. And I just thought that colour would go beautifully. So once again, I'm using the two-way glue pen. This is available on the website and it's fabulous this. So it's blue, and when you use it when it's blue, use it straight away and that gives you a permanent bond. If you wanted to have something that you could move, say as photographs, to a temporary bond, you let it dry till it goes white and then that gives you the temporary bond. But obviously we want a permanent bond. I want this lovely glitter on here. So we're going to pop it on. And again, I'm just sort of going for the centre of each snowflake. I don't want to overdo it. And then come in with my glitter. Oh, I'll cover the whole lot, look. I do love doing this. I'm just such a big kid. And then get myself my nice brush. Tip it up. And again, give it a good tap. Because if the glitter is just stuck anywhere, sort of where there's static or the ink's slightly wet, it won't be permanent, so we don't want that. So we need to get rid of that. So I like to give it a good tap its bottom. Probably shouldn't say that. Tap the card. And look at that. I just think that is so pretty. And again, that piece of card is 3.5 inches square. I think it's lovely to get a beautiful piece of artwork on something so small. So all this glitter is going back in here, and it does amaze me because every time I do this, look, the pot seems to fill up and I've got more glitter to go in. So I do find I have to tap the pot. It is magical. And we'll brush that all back in there. Pop that lid back on before we sneeze. So if we bring this back in now, how beautiful is that? Now for the back of the card, see I nearly forgot then. all I'm going to do is move this out of the way. This time with the Pinecone, I'm just going to stamp this here. Don't worry, we shall just ignore that. And if you have a look, I've just added a little bit of colour. So I'm going to come back in with my Zig pens and we'll just use the same 3 and just add just the finishing details. I love to decorate the back of the card, and also, as I say, I would decorate the envelope. And what we'll do is we'll stick our lovely design on with our bippity boppity glue. And again, that will give me wiggle time to get it in the middle and straight. That's wonderful. And then if I move that out of the way, I can add my posca. So I'm just going to come in with my white posca. Again, give it a good shake. Just want to check with the nib, yep, that it's flowing. Get my brush and we'll add some snow on the back, look. And then a little bit on the front. And that just adds that nice finishing touch, and it looks lovely on the Kraft card. That nice little flurry of snow. So I shall just give that a wipe. I don't want to stick the card in that. So there is the card finished. I can't turn that over. I don't want to smudge this, so I'm going to leave that there to dry. And maybe if I bring in above the card and envelope from our first one, from that I originally did, you can just see the base of that. And I do love just Kraft card for something a little bit different. But I love that, and how quick and easy was that, and so effective. And it'll look great in different colours. In fact, I'm going to go and try a blue one now. This is what happens. I come in, I have a little crafty session with you, and my mind just starts. And do you know what? Seriously, the good thing is I'm creating so many of my Christmas cards. I think it's the earliest I've ever had so many created. So thank you for popping in. I do hope you enjoyed it. And you take very good care of yourself, because you are important, especially to us here. Love and hugs from me. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.